Hey, how's it going? I'm doing everybody's favorite dungeon, Rise, with everybody's favorite spec, Survival Hunter. I'm doing a commentary as well. I did one in the last video I did, the last dungeon on 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒕𝒅, and people seem to like it, I think. I don't know, I got lots of likes, and likes make me happy, so I got lots of likes. Let's do it again. I don't know what to talk about, though. Last time I struggled. I feel like people aren't doing these high key. I got a lot of feedback. One thing was, I'm not doing these high keys, this isn't really applicable. You're talking about what all the mobs do. I don't care, I'm just trying to play Survival Hunter, and I get that, so I'm not gonna talk about what things do. Who cares about what things do? It's a Rise. Who cares about this dungeon in general? This dungeon sucks, by the way. I mean, I'm assuming most people have gathered their own opinions. It's garbage. I searched on YouTube, Rise keys, just to see like what DPS numbers people were doing, so just so if I posted this I didn't look stupid with really low numbers. You know, you can't look stupid, right? So no one's doing it. It was like 3 dungeons. There's like 3 videos of people doing this, so whatever. I'm just gonna talk about survival though. It's just gonna be chat. I get a lot of questions, a lot of the same kind of questions, and I thought I should probably answer them. I've got a mental note. I'll see if I remember them all. Just mainly of like, what talents do I pick? People are saying, I've been looking at Radar.io. By the way, that loud noise, that's just because this orb will one-shot me, so I've got a beware sound, and I've also got a air horn just to make sure I don't get hit by it. But yeah, people are like, what talents do I use? Stop it, air horn, I'm trying to speak. So there's, oh, it's so loud. I'm not gonna start again. It's just so loud. Right, I'm turning down Maiden. Hold on, just there we go. Volume down. Talents. What talents? I'm getting distracted with footage in the. I'm trying to watch it and talk, and there's a Maiden and she keeps shooting out orbs. All our talents are very mediocre. That's the gist of it. They're all like a lot of specs. Like for example, our group. You can see we've got a red paladin. They have an issue. They can either go full single target or they can go full AoE. If they go full single target, that means that their AoE is going to suck, and vice versa. We don't have that issue. We can do great AoE and single target at the same time, and that is thanks to our talent tree sucking so bad. I mean, it's super balanced, but also Bear, first off, this Bear's just asking for Bloodlust. At the start we agreed we're going to Bloodlust the boss, so you be quiet, Bear. I get distracted too easy, damn it. Yeah, our talent tree, everything kind of just is super underwhelming, super undertuned. I don't know if undertuned is the right word, because maybe it's a stretch to say that, but essentially you can pick pretty much anything and you'll be fine. Is it like you take the left side of the tree? There's the whole left side of the tree with all the bombs and stuff. You take all that. That's it. There you go. Pick anything else. Literally anything else. You want to take Mongoose Spike? You take it. You want to take not Mongoose Spike? You don't take it. Oh, you want to take Coordinated Assault? Which is awkward, by the way. If you're new to the spec, don't take Coordinated Assault, just don't run it. You don't have to. You want to take Spearhead? It sucks in Mythic Plus, but in single tag, you want to take Spearhead? Go for it. You want to take none of them? You do it. It doesn't matter. You'll do the same DPS. And the reason why people are taking all these different, like in the top right IO, everybody's taking different talents and stuff. It's a preference choice. I pretty much change my talents every dungeon or so. Mainly just for fun, to keep things fresh. Like right now I'm playing Bombardier. I don't know, it's slightly better in a single target, but you're not really going to do much more in a single target. It's worse in AoE. Not that much worse, though.
Dash.
Doesn't matter, is what I'm trying to say. So, run whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll have death. Die to the volley. Didn't interrupt the volley. Ouch. That me and the monk. Sorry, monk. By the way, look at our team. Our god comp here. We got the monk. We got the survival hunter. We got the red paladin. We got the bear druid. This is the meta right now. It's everybody's running demon hunters and protection paladin. By the way, probably terrible in this dungeon. So, you know, but protection paladin's solid in most dungeons. Vengeance demon hunter. You've got mages and you got the 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒕𝒅s, which are kind of terrible.
Dash.
I don't know why people run 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒕𝒅s. I think people are starting to realize that 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒕𝒅s kind of just suck right now, unless you're doing like very high keys and you can't survive. Yeah, so they bring lots of defensive value, and last season they were incredible, but then they got nerfed, and they got nerfed again. I don't know how many nerfs they've had. They don't actually bring that much group DPS anymore. They bring like
Dash.
Some burst damage for you. You get big amounts of damage in specific windows when they use the cool buffs and everything. But when you look at logs, they're not actually bringing that good overall damage. I think that actually it's better to bring any other DPS spec in the game right now if you just want more damage. They don't bring very much. So, and bosses, they make bosses take a long time. If you ever play a key with and without an 𝐿𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, you'll notice, or you'll probably notice, that you're killing bosses a little bit faster without one. And it's just how it feels, just how it is. 𝐿𝒂𝒂𝒂s, people see them on this tier list and they're like, oh, they're running in the highest keys. People are stopping to run them in the highest keys now as well. I think people are starting to realize that, like, yeah, maybe they're not so good. They let you survive these one-shots, but if you can survive the one-shots, then you don't need them. So if you're running low keys and you're like, I need an 𝐿𝒂𝒂𝒂, you're crazy. You're actually crazy. You don't need an 𝐿𝒂𝒂𝒂. It's probably hindering your group. It's probably making your group worse by getting an 𝐿𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. Mini rant. I'll stop. I'm here to talk about Survival Hunter and why it's awesome. It's really cool. Everybody's written it really low on the tier list. It's really good though. It's generally really good. I was talking about talents as well. I totally forgot. I will put some in the description. Just some kind of like general talents that you can go from, and they can change little bits. Like if you don't want to run, like I said, Coordinated Assault. There'll be another one there. You don't have to run it.
Frontal.
If for some reason you really like Aspect of the Eagle, you think it's really cool to fling eagles at people, you can take it instead of harpoon. It's totally fine.
Frontal.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm pretty sure if we just take away all of our talents, we'll basically do the same thing. With or without them. The playstyle is very similar with whatever combination of talents you pick anyway. So, like, yeah, the spec's weird right now. Spec is fun. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's a good thing. All of our talents are so balanced, it doesn't matter what you take, you'll still do the same damage. But that's only because all the talents don't actually do very much damage. They're very non-impactful at all, and they don't really change the playstyle at all either. They're just kind of there. I don't know, it's a whole topic of discussion that maybe I'm supposed to talk about because this is what I've got a mental list though. I'll go down the mental list. We had... What do we have? We had talents, and then people always ask about trinkets.
Frontal.
What trinkets are the best? I made a guide video. God damn it, go check out the guide. No, it's fine. It's fine. Things change as well, and people are just curious. I get it.
Frontal.
Ember of Nullification. I did say it was pretty good. It's surprisingly really good in Mythic Plus. Having the verse is really good. It's good for AoE damage. It's probably one of the best simming AoE trinkets out there. And also, verse gives you damage reduction, so it's got a bonus to it. It's really good. I don't want to say essential for high keys, but kind of. Like, it's just incredibly good. And it was locked behind. You had to have a tank spec character give it to you, which was just so stupid for quite a while. It's not like that anymore. It's been fixed. It's just... it was weird that one of our best trinkets, technically our best Mythic Plus trinket, is a tank trinket. What else? Brand. People talk about brand and they're like, this is the best trinket, right? It's kind of the best trinket. There's something I should probably talk about brand because I didn't really talk about it in the video too much. It stacks up. It takes a very long time to stack up. If you're doing a heroic boss fight or a normal boss fight, and the boss fight takes 2 minutes, it takes 3 minutes, maybe even 4 minutes.
Frontal.
Kind of sucks. It has to stack up. It's probably if it's a 2 or 3 minute boss fight, it's the worst possible trinket you could use. Use any other trinket in that scenario. It doesn't stack up fast enough. You will do like 1 to 2% of your damage will be the brand. Not 2 is generous as well at that time.
Frontal.
But once you start getting to the 7-minute boss fights, just 5 minutes even. But yeah, when you get to 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, the thing's insane. The thing goes crazy. As soon as it stacks up to 15, because it stacks up to 15, it starts doing some big damage. So that's something about brand. It's really exceptionally good on a long boss fight, short boss fight. Forget it, ignore it, don't equip it. Otherwise, a lot of trinkets are very similar. Whatever I put in the video, it still applies. They're all very similar. You can kind of run whatever. This dungeon I'm running Bandolier. Usually in Fortified weeks I run Mirror. Mirror's good in big AoE scenarios. It's like a big burst trinket, which is pretty nice for AoE. But honestly, like, I switch trinkets all the time. I've done some keys today. I played with Brand a bit. I played with Bandolier. I played with Augury a bit. I like switching it up. It keeps things a little bit fresh by changing it up all the time. And because they're all so very similar, you can do that. They're all very close for single target in AoE. So just go from the guide view, please. Mainly just because people ask a lot and I've kind of said it, damn it. I don't know what I'm saying. What else do I talk about? Bam! Oh no, I'm not supposed to talk about the mechanics. Who cares about Rise? That's what I said already. I'm losing track. I'm losing I'm losing what I'm talking about. It's hard talking about. What do I talk about? If people ask questions? You know what? Here's an idea. Ask questions. Whoever's watching this video, I'll take those comments, and I will maybe not answer them in the comments. Maybe I'll like make another one of these videos, and then I'll answer them in the video. Oh, it's genius. And then I can like answer a lot of the frequently asked questions because I feel like that'll be useful. I feel like people will actually like that. I know people watch these videos mainly to figure out how survival works. I get it. I don't know how to like totally describe it all the time though. Like I made the guide video, that was my attempt at it. It's hard to just like think about, you know, what I'm doing or like what you should do in every given scenario. It's really hard to describe all that. I can give you like little tips and tricks, like oh, you can feign death, a load of cool things. That's the thing I want to make a video on as well. I made a list, and I want to like say what you can feign death because there's a lot of things you can feign death. It's really useful. You can do little things like oh, this bit sucks, we'll just turtle it. Now we run through, ignore the whole thing because this whole section of the dungeon sucks. I bet there's some groups who have failed the key by a minute or two because somebody they couldn't get past this for a whole minute or something, and they failed the key. I bet that's happened. Gauntlets like this, there's never been a good one yet. I don't think. Off the top of my head, maybe there's been a good one. I don't think there has. This one is I think this sucks. I don't like this gauntlet very much in this dungeon. I think this dungeon is terrible. It's definitely the worst one in my opinion of this season. Maybe people don't like 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒕𝒆𝒅 or Throne. I think they're pretty good dungeons. They just have tight timers. This one though, Rise is just lame. It's so boring. Like, oh no, there's 2 dragons. You have to fight 2 dragons at once. Oh no, it's terrible. One does AoE and then another one puts swirlies on and you fight them for a whole minute, and Fortified it's like 2 minutes. Oh wow, it's so... That's the whole dungeon. There's like 1 target, 2 targets. I don't think Blizzard realizes people just want to burst things down. People want just a room where you can pull 20 mobs and you just nuke them down. That's what people want. I want that. I want to go crazy. I want to take Barrage and just barrage everything down. That's my dream. But you can't take Barrage because you need a ranged weapon. Blizzard, you gotta get on. You gotta fix a lot of these things. The fact we have a talent that requires a ranged weapon. What? I mean, it's on the general hunter tree, but like, we have to weapon swap to use a talent. How stupid is it? And it's been like that the whole expansion. How have they not? Whatever. I'm just ranting. This is just a rant video, I guess. Ugh. Damn you, Blizzard, for not making everything perfect. How dare you? Right, what else can I talk about? Rotation, I guess I should be talking about... Like, you can see on screen. If you look on the right-hand side above the damage meter, you'll see buttons. It's probably a bad place. I've been informed that it's not a great place because it's awkward to see. I will try and move it about. Give me some suggestions where that would be good if it's not good there. Because I know people want to see, like, what am I pressing? I can try and describe it. It's literally just, you go to a pack, you throw bombs, you Fury the Eagle, or you death track them first, doesn't really matter. Then you Fury the Eagle, and then you throw bombs, and then you butchery, and then you throw bombs, and then you butchery, and then you throw bombs, and then you butchery, and then you kill command, and then you butchery. It's just like very repetitive. Oh, you got explosive shot, you throw explosive shot in there too. Doesn't matter when. Really doesn't matter when. I'll probably use it now. And then we Fury the Eagle, and then we're gonna throw a bomb. Then we're gonna do another bomb. Bomb's coming off cooldown, we throw another bomb. Probably. Raptor Stride. Doesn't really matter. I kind of think that's the... Okay, maybe that's an issue I have. Is I have played this spec for a long time. I play it a lot. And like, to me I'm saying, oh, it doesn't matter. Because in my mind it's just like, oh, I'm pressing whatever and I'm still doing the same damage and blah blah. I don't know how to describe it because in my mind it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm doing whatever. But I'm just so used to it. And did you hear that? I knocked a glass. Oh no. It's not spilt too much. We're good. We're gonna keep going. See, like, oh, I'm losing track of what's rotation. Yeah, it's like it's because I play this all the time, and it's just kind of like my brain turns off somewhat because I've got so used to the rotation that. I don't know, it's just like, I don't know how to describe it. I really need to sit down and think, and that's what I did with the guide video. That's why that was my attempt, like I said, to try and make a guide video and just chat about it. It's really tough. It just kind of, like, it's that thing, it's like second nature now, because I've played the spec so much, and I think that probably happens with most people when you play a spec so much, that You can kind of just play it with a blindfold on. Probably play it pretty decently because you're just used to what buttons you press and when, you're used to the sound effects and everything. And it's really hard to describe it though. It's like, what's the saying? You ride a bike, you learn how to ride a bike, you can ride it forever. But how do you describe how to ride a bike to somebody? You can show them. You can go on the bike to yourself and you can ride around. You could put them on the bike and try and show them. But how do you describe it? Like, you just go on the bike, you pedal, and you just aim forward. Keep the handlebars straight. You're going around a corner, well, you turn the handlebars. You know what? Get off the bike, let me show you this. I'll do a backflip, impress them, and then what? Like, they don't learn anything from it. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm like on a bike, I do a backflip, and they're like, wow, that's cool. How do I do that? And I'm like, I don't know, you just do a backflip. I'm just used to it. I can do backflips now. Because I think people do a bike, so I don't know, I never really learned how I learned how to ride a bike, but I didn't really ride it very much. I bet people could do backflips, and I bet it's awesome. But like, it's a tough thing, and I struggle. Check Wowhead, check Icy Veins. I made a Discord. Join the Discord. True Shot Lodge Discord as well. I'll leave the link in the description. Really helpful if you're new, or if you just want to talk to people who are playing Survival Hunter. There's some really cool people in there. So, yeah. You know what? Idea just hit me. What if I talk about like my experiences with pugging as a survival hunter in this season? Has it been good? And what is there to look forward to with your pushing of Mythic plus dungeons? Like, first of all, what's your goal? You want to just do plus 20s? You want to do plus 18s for the weekly vault? Get the best loot you can. That's what like the main thing should be. If you've got a goal, I guess. And at that point, like, you don't really need to. You just need the foundation of the spec, which is a thing. But like, if you're like, oh, you know what, I want to push. I want to be the best survival hunter in my realm. I want to be the best survival hunter in the world. I want to be the best hunter in the world and show all the loser BM hunters that survival hunter it means business. That's what I want. I thought that would be cool. I didn't think I'd get like to the highest because I haven't really done lots of Mythic plus dungeons before in the past. But I thought, like, you know, oh, if I could get the top 10, people would be like, wow, he's cool. He plays survival. That's a meme. And he's good with it. Oh, maybe the spec's good. Whoa, that's changed my whole perspective on everything. But it's hard to do that. I mean, Christmas was the thing. Also, hope you had an awesome Christmas. Hope you had a good New Year if you celebrate either. Hope you got some awesome gifts, or you got people awesome gifts and you just had a good time. But I had a good time. I was away for like 2 weeks. I didn't play, and I feel like I missed out. I was the #1 survival hunter in all of the world for like a little bit, and then I stopped playing for like 2 weeks, and now I'm, I don't know, 3rd, 4th, something like that. Doesn't really matter anyway. I don't care. It's whatever. It's whatever. But seriously, like, if you're trying to push, it is. I want to be frank. It's a terrible experience playing the spec that isn't meta. People get very focused on the meta this season. Everything is really quite close DPS wise. Like, you got Havoc Demon Hunter, you got Outlaw Rogue. They're already, like, you know, they're known for being high up. They're not that much higher up though. You can play pretty much anything. People don't really care though. They just want they want to get the Havoc Demon Hunter. They want to get the Outlaw Rogue. They want to get the BM Hunter. They want to get the 𝒂𝒄𝒓𝒂𝒕𝒆𝒅, which that was the thing I said. And then they want to get the Mage. And then it's really hard for you playing this spec to get into a group. You could spend a very long time sat in the group waiting. Somebody invites you, but oh, they think you're a BM hunter to kick you because they're like, well, I've never seen a survival hunter. I don't want to risk my key with this spec. What if it's terrible? I've only heard bad. It's on the bottom of all these tier lists. There's no way it's going to be good, and you're gonna have to face that. And I don't really know how you solve that. I don't know. I'm stuck in queues for like half an hour to an hour trying to get into a queue. And I get kicked from half of them because they think I'm a BM hunter, and then they find out I'm not, and I'm like, well, yeah, I don't know if I want to play with this guy because, like, what if he messes up the key? And it's just pugging sucks. But if you're just doing plus 20s, you'll have a bit of a problem because, yeah, people have that bias to try and get these meta specs in to make sure that they time the key and everything. But you shouldn't have that hard of a time, hopefully, a plus 20. Just because you're at that point where you'll have groups who don't really know what the meta is. And I'm not saying like 20 is low. It's lower than high keys, and it's still quite high though. It's technically, I think it's 18 is the highest right now for loot. But what I mean is, like, not everybody's going to be so focused on desperately trying to time the key as people are when you get higher up in the keystones. I personally don't really care that much about timing keys, which might be bad. I just like having fun. I've done, like, today I was doing keys. Not a single one gave me score. I was just doing it for fun. I was doing some 25s, I was doing some 26s just for fun. because I enjoy doing it. I like learning more about the dungeons. I like playing the spec. It's just I find the game fun. I would like to get 𝒂𝒏, but it's really difficult to do that and get into groups. So, you know. But yeah, I spend on average like half an hour to an hour. That's not even exaggerating. About that long to get to a group. It's really depressing and demoralizing. If you don't want to do that, find yourself a team. I don't know how. I want to find a team. I don't know how though. I play with a friend. He's found himself a team, so I'm basically just alone now. It's really depressing. But like, yeah, Survival Hunter's great. I love Survival Hunter. I'm not going to stop playing it. But it's demoralizing playing a non-meta spec. And it's only non-meta because people said it's not meta. It's really good. It's incredibly strong. I usually like, you know, right now I'm on the bottom of the DPS out of these three on this boss, which is a bit sad. And these are two non-meta specs. But overall, I'll probably be on top. Usually when I'm in Pogs, I'm usually the highest DPS. There's a Havoc in there, it doesn't matter. Usually on top. I know Havoc are better, and I should get beaten by Havoc, but when you're in Pogs, a lot of the time, I'm usually still like top DPS, and I'm playing this, you know, quote, worst spec in the game, and it's really good, it's pretty good, so, you know, yeah. Oh, that got really sad, and oh, I feel bad for me because they're not getting into groups, and I'm just trying to just say, if you're going to push, you're going to have a sucky time. Unless people start to realize the spec's good. Unless for some reason someone brings it to the MDI, then you're going to get invited to every key. It's not going to happen. It might do. So, you know, we can go through walls. It's a thing we could do. Sentinel Owl, people forgot about it. It's kind of useful in, like, not many scenarios. But we can TP the whole group through a wall. I don't think I've ever seen it done before. But MDI, oh, it could happen. Any hunter can do that, but like survival, you can actually harpoon through. Oh, I'm just knocking everything down. I was thinking about, right, so a lot of people stream. And I was thinking, would it be fun? It's kind of what I'm just doing now. I'm just chatting to myself, basically. But with stream, I'm asking questions. People will actually be able to respond to me on the spot. That would be pretty cool. But I don't know. The thing about streaming is, yeah, I don't know. I think people might like it. Internal monologue in my mind. I really haven't prepared this video. I'm just kind of, it's late at night, sat back, vaguely watching my footage. It's fun to, I've started recording footage more often, and it's fun to just kind of analyze it. I'm not really doing this key, because frankly, I don't give a damn about Rise, which might be bad. I'd rather never do this key again. I really don't think it's a good key. And it's the newest key they've made. I'm surprised that they haven't kind of... Alright, this is a tangent. Another tangent. Not about survival. What are people's opinions on this season? I think this season's great. But this season, and then all of Dragonflight as a whole, like, have the Dragonflight dungeons... I was thinking the other day, I think they suck really bad compared to, like, Shadowlands, BFA, Legion.
Frontal.
They were just better dungeons, right? Like, 𝐼𝒂𝒄𝒓 Academy is fun, mostly just because you get to AoE down a lot of ads. Tree boss is great,
Hide and seek.
The bird boss is great. Brackenhide, I didn't really play Season 2, but Brackenhide, I could even tell just from doing a bit. That dungeon's awesome because you get to AoE down a whole lot of ads. But then you got, like, Halls of Infusion. You got, what's the one you fly about in? The not good offensive. You got
Frontal.
not 𝐼𝒂𝒄𝒓. You got Azure Vault. 𝐼𝒂𝒄𝒓 Academy's good at it, but Azure Vault is like, I thought it would grow me. It sucked. It sucked. You got there's loads more I've just forgot about because I don't even want to think about them. By the way, these ads you can trap them. Do I trap them? Yeah, I'll throw down a trap. We kind of stack them up, but I don't think we have any mass roots apart from mass root from the druid, which you didn't use. I don't know if you can use it. But like, I'm just not looking forward to it.
Hide and seek.
Apparently, it's a rumor, and it's probably likely that next season with the Fated season, because we've got a Fated season again, it's confirmed, but it's just gonna be all the Dragonflight dungeons. I don't think I'm gonna play that. I think it's gonna be lame. I hope they do something cool, but I'm probably not gonna play that because like, I don't want to do the Dragonflight dungeons. They kind of just suck.
Frontal.
And it's weird. The new ones, they should have progressed, and I got hit by that ad. I feel like they should be getting better and better, and I feel like it's not really true, this expansion. The dungeons have kind of been not good. Like this, Rise is just awful, but then it's not even the worst Dragonflight one, I think. I'd rather do this in Halls of Infusion. Ugh.
Frontal.
Yeah, next patch, I hope they do something cool. And they do some cool, crazy shenanigans. They did some stuff last Fated, but like Fated is the perfect time to just go wild. I want corruptions back, damn it. Something on that level though, something crazy. I know they don't have many people working on it, but if they're gonna do a Fate season again, at least have it just wild and crazy and just fun. Because like,
5, 4,
otherwise, what's the point?
3,
You know?
2,
Yeah.
1.
This is just a video of tangents and random and things. I'm not even really talking about survival hunter, but I don't know what to say. I love survival hunter.
4,
I think it's great.
3,
People keep saying I'm a big fanboy of it. This is true. I am. I will say survival hunter is great even when it's terrible.
Frontal.
So yeah, but it is actually good right now. But like, I don't know why I get attached to it. I got way too attached to the spec, and it's just a spec in the game. If they make this thing range, people keep asking.
Frontal.
I will quit the game if they make this range. I am that dedicated. It's creepy how much like a spec in a game. It's weird, right? A spec can do that, but I feel like I think it's because it's so underrepresented. It's like the underdog spec, right? And you get really attached to it.
Hide and seek.
You're rooting for it. Even though I'm playing it, I'm rooting for it to be good. And as soon as it's good, I'll be like, okay. In Shadowlands Season 3, I was just like, yeah, I enjoy it. But I wasn't like fully. I was like, it plays alright. It played better before though. Oh my god, I just realized what I said. That's literally what everybody said. Like all the survival hunters, we all clammed together. Everybody clammed together and was like, remember back in the day in Season 2 of Shadowlands when we had traps? That was so fun. And Season 1, it was terrible in Season 1. But we were like, it's way better then. You new guys to the spec, you're just playing it because it's meta. You don't know what it was like back then. Literally everybody was saying that. I think you need this in the game, right? Like some kind of spec for us. I don't know what the word is. I'm not gonna say hipster because I'm too hipster to say. No, I don't want to be. I don't want to be hipster. No, but like you need a. I think you need a spec that is this. Well, I don't think you need it, but I like it. It's the spec that you've got a very. It's a small community of players, but all the survival players, everybody knows each other. Everybody's playing. The people who've been playing the spec for a while, everybody knows each other. I don't know if other specs really have this, and it's a really nice kind of like. It's just a nice thing. You like. Not everybody always speaks to each other and all that stuff, but you see each other on logs all the time. You see each other in the Reddit.io, and you chat to people in the True Shot Lodge, and it's just I don't think many specs probably have that because it's just such a small community of players. I think it's awesome, and I guess people just got annoyed when people start to play. You get used to this spec. You get used to playing a spec that everybody looks down on, that nobody thinks is a real spec, and everything. You get used to it. You kind of enjoy it. You kind of enjoy. Finishing a dungeon and getting the whole wow survival hunter. You kicked butt. I didn't think you'd be able to do it because it's a meme, but you did it. That happens a lot. It's a nice feeling. Maybe just to prove people wrong. I don't know the reason. The psychology behind why people pick this spec. Those crazy people who would pick a non-meta spec, but you get like I don't know. Seriously, you get attached to the spec. I think most people who played it get attached to the spec, and I think it's awesome. I don't think many other specs in the game have that. People, kind of just rotate through specs and everything. But like we didn't just like play whatever's meta. But this one, it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool spec. Almost at the end of the dungeon, on the last boss, I have just ranted, and it's been kind of fun. Last boss though, I don't have to. How many times I've done this dungeon? Probably about
4.
I don't know how many times, but about 80% of the times I get asked, can I do the orbs? It's crazy how even on like 25, 26s, I've done 27. I'm not crazy. I haven't done a 27 on this key yet. This key sucks. Crazy. But so many times I get to this boss and then people are like, oh Hunter, could you do the range mechanic? I get that every dungeon, every single dungeon. People don't realize what I'm playing. It's crazy. People just assume I'm playing VM even when I'm not. That's what I was saying before. You get invited to keys, you get kicked a lot. I think when you don't get kicked, they just don't realize because yeah. And I'll say, oh, I can't do that mechanic. I'm survival, and they're like, what does that mean? What's that? What's a survival hunter? Is that you still could do it, right? You're ranged, right? You're a hunter. Of course you can do it. And I have to explain. No. Oh, they're just like survival hunter, really? Lol. Okay, I guess I'll do it. It's crazy how you can go through a whole dungeon and somebody doesn't realize what spec somebody's playing. I don't get how that's possible. How can you can see your team fighting around you. The fact that you play with people and they have no idea that you've been in melee the whole time, or that, you know, you're a survival hunter on the damage meter, or on the party frame. It happens more often than you would think. If you're not playing survival hunter, if you are, you know what I mean. But if you're not, it happens so much. Majority of the time at your keys, they just think I'm a ranged player, and they just get confused. Do Dark Out Thicket first boss? He's like, what? Why aren't you baiting? I can't do it. I'm survival. Second boss in 𝐿𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒆𝒅. Oh, I thought you were gonna kick it. Sorry, my bad. I didn't kick it. I'm the only ranged in the group, but I didn't kick it because I thought you were gonna do it. I've just kind of got used to 𝐿𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒆𝒅 though. I started to just interrupt the ranged ad now, just because. Well, I checked to see if their interrupts on cooldown or not, but yeah. What else can I say? Look at me, kicking butt on the damage meter. Survival Hunter is so good in AoE and single target at the same time. It's incredible. I get PI too. Wow. Maybe that's why I'm doing more damage. PI doesn't actually give that much benefit to Survival Hunter. Fun story. It did in season 1. Nobody realized. I don't think. Season 1, it was almost as good as giving a DK a PI, giving a survival a PI. I never got it in my raid team. I don't know if I mentioned it, to be fair, but that was, yeah. Nobody realizes if survival's good at anything or whatever. Nobody tracks it. We're like under the radar. We're like those people who live in the woods. Literally, because we're a hunter. Nobody knows what we're up to. Nobody knows what we do. I bet nobody does though. I bet they're like, oh, survival hunter, they throw our bombs, right? Because they're not season 3. We actually do throw our bombs right now. We're not season 3. Shadowlands, I think everybody just assumes we'd do the same thing, really. Squishy, apparently. We're not that squishy, but everybody says, ah, survival hunter, they don't actually have survival, alright? Because it's season 3 of Dragon. Shadowlands. I'm just waiting for the boss to die so I can end the video now. I have nothing else to talk to. Crazy, I've talked for ages, damn it. But yeah, like, honestly, leave comments in the comments. Comments, you know? Yeah, I like comments, though. I like reading comments. I like talking. I know a lot of time later in the video's lifespan, a few weeks after a video has been uploaded, I'll still get comments, and I stop responding to them. It's literally just because I don't realize. I kind of just stop paying attention, which isn't good. But he's dead. He's dead. Kill him, team. Kill him. Murder the dragon. Funnily enough, not that many dragons to Dragonflight. There's a fair few. I thought there'd be more. I was hyped. The Echo of Northarion. It's Deathwing. It was Blizzard's attempt at Deathwing Part 2. They could have done it right. Everybody said Deathwing Part 1, the first time you killed Deathwing, it was a letdown. They had another chance to shine. They don't even turn him into a dragon. You don't even get to fight Dragon Deathwing. You fight human Deathwing. It's a little letdown lore-wise, or just fantasy-wise. I don't know what the word is. Anyway, here's damage breakdown. Here's heal breakdown. Don't really show this. I like looking at heals though. Wow, look at that leech. And then here's how much I got healed. More than the Paladin. That's quite depressing. Usually I'm the lowest healed in the group. I mean, Paladins are super tanky, so it's sure. But I don't know what we're doing afterwards. I think this is a nice thing as well. Playing with a non-meta comp. It's a group of individuals who never get invited to keys. So we stick together, we band together. At the end of the key, it goes pretty well. So we're like, let's do another one. That's kind of nice. You don't really get that usually with normal groups because you're like, oh, finish the key. All right, goodbye. Sign up to another group. Insta invite. We don't get that privilege. So yeah, we band together, form connections kind of sometimes, possibly. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. Please leave questions and then I'll do another one of these videos and answer the questions in the video. It's genius. And yeah, have an awesome day. Goodbye.